preacher, I ain't even the man sitting next to the man. Sit next to the man. Just sit next to the man. Just sit next to the man. Just sit next to the goddamn man. They called Joe Piccolo player a motherfucker. So what I want to know is who called that motherfucker a piccolo player? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, just a quick thought, man, and I'm laughing. You know, every now and then I check in on the Black Manosphere haters, and I run across Omowale Africa's live talking about why he's leaving the Black Manosphere. You know, it goes back to a joke that Robin Harris talked about the piccolo player, right? Where the piccolo player was somebody called the piccolo player a motherfucker, right? I know we're going to get demonetized for cussing, but Robin Harris said, I'm not the man next to the man, next to the man, next to the man, next to the man. They called Joe Piccolo player a motherfucker, right? Well, what I want to know, Pastor, who called that motherfucker a piccolo player? I think I might lead with that joke, man, because it's hilarious. But the thing is, man, you know, I'm not calling Omowale Africa a motherfucker, right? As far as Manosphere motherfucker, I'm going to say, who called that motherfucker part of the Manosphere? Dude, you were never part of the Manosphere, even from the beginning. Nobody ever accepted you. Nobody ever accepted you. You never accepted the Manosphere. What are you talking about? How can you leave something you were never a part of? Who made you part of the man? Who voted you in? How'd you get on the island? I am fascinated by some of these people, man. You have all these people doing Manosphere content, Manosphere talking points, basically damn near quoting words out of the people in the Black Manosphere, quoting them. But they claim they're not part of the Manosphere. And then you get these people like Omowale says, I'm leaving the Manosphere. You were never in it. You were never in the Black Manosphere. You were never in the Manosphere. You came in slagging the Manosphere. You never tried to be part of the Manosphere. You rarely sat on any panels, right? You got all these open panels in the Black Manosphere. You never came down and actually sat on open panels of the Black Manosphere. You never did. You never tried to be part of the discussion. You never talked about politics or money or any other topics that we bring up in the Black Manosphere. You could have come to Art. Art is part of the conscious community. He has been for a very long time. His mother was part of the conscious community. But you never dropped in on Art. Mosante Bay's father ran one of the premier Black conscious bookstores in Atlanta. Okay, you never dropped in on the Bitter Truth show. You were never part of the Black Manosphere. You didn't try to be part of the Black Manosphere. You're really not that close to the conscious community, because I never saw you bring on anybody that's part of the conscious community. Any heavyweights. I never heard your name brought up, because I am still part of the conscious community. I never heard your name brought up in polite conversation. Stop pretending to be something that you're not. You were never part of the Black Manosphere. You were never part of the Manosphere. You can't leave something you're never part of. It's like the girl that you ignore, she's dropping you, or that she's leaving you, or that she's dumping you, right? Because I've heard women say that, I'd dump you. You know, if I were her, I'd dump you. Man, nobody gives a fuck if you would dump me. I'm not after you. Like a lot of fours talked about passport bros that they wouldn't date. You're a 4. You're a 3. Those guys aren't dating you anyway. They don't even know that you exist, but you're dumping them. And the only reason you got any love from me, was because of a couple of PhDs that kind of felt for you because they were nationalists. Okay? That's the only reason you got love from me. Man, I could care less. You got a little love from O'Shea. You got a little love from a couple of other people, man. But you're not part of the Black Manosphere. You never were. All you did was critique and bother the Black Manosphere, but I'm leaving it. Man, nobody cares if you leave. You should have never come down here in the first place. There's a whole sphere of pro-black, nationalist, conscious community people. Dinus Amir, there's a bunch of them. Phil the Advice Show. How come you didn't roll with them? How come you didn't roll with them? Because you really don't have anything to offer. You got no insight. You quote people, but you got no insight. You have no practical insight. Even if, as far as a Pan-Africanist, you got no practical insight. I just heard the president of Ghana repeat the same talking points that I talked to them about 15 years ago. The exact same thing. People are sending me this video. This is nothing new to me, okay? He's finally come to his senses. They're finally grasping what should have been obvious. I mean, it was obvious 15 years ago. They just didn't like it. Now they can't help but like it. But the thing is, you're not bringing anything new to the conversation. You think you are. You think that you're bringing something new and vital to the conversation, but you're not. But you won't sit on panels or converse with the people, in a deep discussion without all the rhetoric to discover that you're not offering anything new. So you leaving is nothing. It doesn't mean anything. You're not furthering conversation. You got all these PhDs writing all this work. We're talking modern PhDs, okay? Modern John Henry Clarks and modern Dr. Benz that are sitting right here, right in front of your face, and you're not conversing with them. You're not learning from them. You're not reading enough. You're not engaged enough. But you're leaving the black manosphere. You can't leave something you're never part of. Nobody accepted you, okay? Nobody would say Omawale Africa is part of the black manosphere. No one. No one. Do mean no one. Got a ton of people from Philly. No one, including Mumia. He would not say that you're part of the black manosphere. No one. So trying to slag people on your way out doesn't mean anything. I would just want to say, hey man, go do you. You know, like Edward would say, find another store. Do what you're good at. Find your tribe, because we are not it. We never were. You're not built to be on this side, son. You're just not. You know, I hate people that think they're the smartest person in the room and they're not. Normally, the person that's the smartest person in the room will keep his mouth shut. That's the one thing I've noticed in all the rooms that I've been with, and I've been in the rooms with a lot of smart people. The smartest person in the room is normally the person that's not saying very much, because he doesn't have to. Anyway, I'm not going to take an hour like he does to talk about why you're not part of the black manosphere. It's hilarious, man. Some of these people that quit the black manosphere, man, were never part of it in the first place. It's just hilarious. Anywho, man, this BG just sent them out, okay?